Ladies and gentlemen, in the journey of life, we often encounter challenges that test our resolve and faith. It's imperative to recognize that our true adversary isn't our fellow human beings, but a more profound, unseen force that seeks to disrupt our spiritual path. Our struggles are not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, authorities, and powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. This understanding shifts our perspective, urging us to look beyond the physical and discern the spiritual battles we face. The adversary operates through deception, aiming to cloud our judgment and lead us astray. By sowing seeds of doubt and confusion, he attempts to divert us from our true purpose. Moreover, he thrives on division, instigating conflicts and misunderstandings among us, weakening the unity that fortifies our collective strength. Ultimately, his goal is destruction, seeking to erode our faith, hope, and love. To counter these tactics, we must equip ourselves with the full armor of spiritual resilience. This includes embracing truth, righteousness, faith, and the wisdom imparted by our spiritual teachings. By donning this armor, we can stand firm against the adversary's schemes. Vigilance is key. We must remain alert, recognizing the subtle ways the enemy infiltrates our thoughts and lives. Through prayer, meditation, and communal support, we fortify our defenses, ensuring we're prepared for any spiritual challenges that arise. Above all, we draw strength from our faith and the divine support that surrounds us. By leaning on this eternal foundation, we find the courage and power to overcome any adversary, emerging victorious in our spiritual journey. Let us therefore commit to identifying the true enemy, understanding his methods, and steadfastly opposing him with the strength and wisdom bestowed upon us. In doing so, we not only protect our own spiritual well-being, but also contribute to a more harmonious and enlightened world. Relying on divine strength is crucial when facing the challenges of life, especially in the battle against unseen adversaries. This strength is not merely about physical power or human will, but is rooted in a spiritual source that transcends our natural abilities. It is the kind of power that sustains us when circumstances seem overwhelming and guides us when we face confusion or doubt. To rely on divine strength, one must first acknowledge human limitations. We often encounter situations that are beyond our control, trials that test our patience, sorrows that weigh on our hearts, and conflicts that challenge our peace. In these moments, recognizing that our own strength is insufficient allows us to turn to a higher power. This act of humility is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. It is an admission that while we are finite beings, we are connected to an infinite source of power that can empower us to overcome any obstacle. Drawing strength from this divine source involves cultivating a relationship with the spiritual. It requires regular practices of prayer, meditation, and reflection. Through these practices, we align ourselves with the divine will, gaining clarity and direction. Prayer, for instance, is not merely a request for help, but an act of surrender where we acknowledge our dependence on a power greater than ourselves. This surrender fosters a deep sense of trust, allowing us to face challenges with courage and confidence, knowing that we are not alone. This divine strength also manifests through wisdom and insight. In times of uncertainty, when human reasoning falls short, spiritual guidance provides clarity. It enlightens our minds, helping us discern right from wrong and guiding us toward choices that align with our higher purpose. This wisdom not only helps us navigate personal dilemmas, but also empowers us to lead and inspire others, fostering a community grounded in truth and integrity. Divine strength offers emotional resilience. Life's battles are not only physical but also emotional and psychological. Fear, anxiety, and despair can be more debilitating than any physical threat. However, when we draw from the well of divine strength, we find peace that surpasses understanding. This peace guards our hearts and minds, keeping us steady amidst the storms of life. It enables us to face adversity with a calm and composed spirit, knowing that no challenge is too great for the power that sustains us. Relying on divine strength also transforms our perspective on suffering and trials. Instead of viewing challenges as merely obstacles, we begin to see them as opportunities for growth and refinement. This shift in perspective is empowering because it reframes our struggles as part of a greater purpose. We understand that every trial is a stepping stone, preparing us for greater responsibilities and deeper wisdom. This realization brings hope and perseverance, allowing us to endure hardships with grace and dignity. Community plays a vital role in this reliance on divine strength. By surrounding ourselves with like-minded individuals who share our faith and values, we create a support system that uplifts and encourages us. In times of weakness, the collective strength of the community becomes a source of comfort and empowerment. Together we draw from the same divine source, reinforcing our faith and resilience. This unity amplifies our strength, enabling us to face challenges not just as individuals, but as a united force. Divine strength inspires us to serve others. When we are empowered by a higher source, our focus shifts from self-preservation to selfless service. We become channels of hope, love, and compassion, impacting the lives of those around us. This outward flow of strength not only blesses others, but also replenishes us, creating a cycle of giving and receiving that keeps us spiritually vibrant and energized. To maintain this reliance on divine strength, continuous spiritual discipline is essential. Just as physical strength requires regular exercise and nourishment, spiritual strength demands consistent practices of faith. This includes studying sacred texts, engaging in communal worship, and practicing gratitude. These disciplines keep us connected to the source of our strength, ensuring that we remain grounded and empowered no matter what challenges come our way. Relying on divine strength is about living a life of faith, trust, and surrender. It is about recognizing our human limitations while embracing the boundless power of the divine. This reliance transforms us, giving us the courage to face the unknown, the wisdom to make righteous decisions, and the compassion to serve others selflessly. It is a journey of spiritual growth where every challenge becomes an opportunity to deepen our trust, and every victory becomes a testament to the power that sustains us. In this reliance, we find true strength, the kind that not only conquers adversity, but also illuminates the path to a purposeful and meaningful life. Understanding the true enemy is essential for navigating life's challenges effectively. Often people misidentify their struggles, attributing them to individuals, circumstances, or even themselves. However, the real battle is not against flesh and blood, but against deeper, more insidious forces that influence thoughts, emotions, and action. Recognizing this shifts the focus from external conflicts to internal and spiritual struggles, enabling a more strategic and effective approach to overcoming adversity. The true enemy operates in subtle, deceptive ways, manipulating perceptions and creating divisions. It thrives on confusion, fostering misunderstandings that lead to conflicts among people. When we believe that other humans are the source of our problems, we fall into the trap of blame and resentment, which only serves to deepen discord. By recognizing that the real enemy works behind the scenes, influencing minds and hearts, we learn to approach conflicts with compassion and understanding. This awareness prevents us from reacting impulsively and helps us respond thoughtfully, aiming to resolve issues rather than escalate them. Understanding the true enemy also involves acknowledging the influence of negative thoughts and emotions. Feelings of fear, doubt, anger, and despair are not merely psychological states, but can be manifestations of a spiritual struggle. The true enemy seeks to exploit these vulnerabilities, magnifying them to paralyze progress and undermine faith. By identifying these negative forces as part of a larger battle, we can confront them with the right tools, faith, hope, love, and resilience, rather than succumbing to them. This perspective empowers us to take control of our inner world, safeguarding our peace and joy from external circumstances. One of the most deceptive tactics of the true enemy is to convince us that we are powerless. It whispers lies of inadequacy, hopelessness, and defeat, trying to weaken our resolve. However, when we understand that these thoughts are strategic attacks meant to undermine our purpose, we can resist them with truth and positivity. By affirming our worth, capabilities, and the higher purpose for which we are created, we counter these lies and reclaim our power. This mental and spiritual fortitude helps us navigate even the most challenging situations with confidence and courage. The true enemy also seeks to divide and isolate. It knows that unity is strength, whether in families, communities, or nations. By sowing seeds of misunderstanding, jealousy, and prejudice, it creates rifts that weaken collective bonds. Recognizing this strategy allows us to prioritize reconciliation and unity, bridging gaps and healing divisions. It inspires us to look beyond differences and work towards common goals, building a more harmonious and resilient society. When we identify division as a tactic of the enemy, we become more intentional about nurturing love, respect, and cooperation. Another aspect of understanding the true enemy is realizing its persistence. It doesn't give up easily and constantly seeks opportunities to exploit our weaknesses. This awareness keeps us vigilant, encouraging us to maintain spiritual and mental discipline. Just as a soldier remains alert in battle, we must stay aware of the subtle ways negativity can creep into our lives. Through regular practices of reflection, prayer, and mindfulness, we stay connected to positive influences and repel the enemy's attempts to destabilize us. It is also crucial to recognize that the true enemy is not merely external, but can manifest within us as self-sabotage. It feeds on our insecurities and fears, influencing us to make choices that are not in our best interest. By identifying this internal battle, we become more conscious of our decisions and behaviors, breaking free from patterns that hinder our growth. This self-awareness enables us to transform challenges into opportunities for personal development and spiritual maturity. Understanding the true enemy empowers us to fight with the right weapons. Instead of retaliating with anger or aggression, we respond with patience, kindness, and wisdom. Spiritual virtues like faith, hope, love, and forgiveness become our armor, shielding us from the enemy's attacks. By cultivating these qualities, we not only protect ourselves, but also inspire others to rise above negativity and hatred. This positive influence creates a ripple effect, promoting peace and harmony in our surroundings. When we understand the true enemy, we are better prepared to face setbacks and failures. Instead of being discouraged, we see them as part of a larger spiritual battle designed to test and strengthen us. This perspective builds resilience, helping us to persevere through challenges with hope and determination. It teaches us to learn from our failures and come back stronger, knowing that every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. Understanding the true enemy brings clarity and purpose to our lives. It shifts our focus from superficial conflicts to the underlying spiritual battles, guiding us to approach life with wisdom and maturity. It empowers us to live intentionally, making choices that align with our higher purpose and values. This awareness not only protects us from falling into the traps of anger, resentment, and despair, but also enables us to contribute positively to the world, becoming beacons of light and hope in wisdom. Serves as a guiding light, helping us navigate life's complexities with discernment and prudence. It enables us to make sound decisions, avoiding traps and pitfalls that could lead to regret or suffering. Embracing wisdom involves learning from experiences, seeking counsel from trusted mentors, and maintaining a teachable spirit. With wisdom as part of our spiritual armor, we approach situations with clarity and insight, making choices that promote growth and well-being. Forgiveness is another essential element of spiritual armor. Harboring resentment and bitterness only weighs us down, making us vulnerable to anger and negativity. By choosing to forgive, we free ourselves from the burden of grudges and emotional pain. Forgiveness does not mean condoning wrong actions, but releasing the hold they have on us. It allows us to move forward with grace and compassion, maintaining emotional and spiritual freedom. Embracing spiritual armor also requires perseverance. Life's battles are not won overnight, and challenges often persist longer than expected. Perseverance keeps us committed to our goals and values, even when progress seems slow or setbacks occur. It builds resilience, enabling us to rise after every fall and continue the journey with renewed determination. Through perseverance, we develop strength of character, proving to ourselves and others that we are capable of overcoming any obstacle. Spiritual armor empowers us to live purposefully and victoriously. It equips us with the virtues and principles needed to navigate life's trials with grace, wisdom, and courage. By embracing this armor, we protect our minds, hearts, and spirits from negativity and deception, ensuring that we remain steadfast in our purpose and values. Maintaining vigilance is crucial in identifying and countering the enemy's strategies. In the journey of life, challenges and temptations are inevitable, and the enemy often operates in subtle and deceptive ways. By staying vigilant, we become more aware of these tactics and better prepared to resist them, safeguarding our spiritual, emotional, and mental well-being. Vigilance begins with awareness. It involves being conscious of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, recognizing when they are influenced by negative forces. This self-awareness allows us to detect early signs of doubt, fear, anger, or despair, preventing them from taking root and growing. By regularly reflecting on our state of mind, we maintain control over our emotions, ensuring they align with our values and purpose. Staying vigilant also requires discernment. Not everything that appears good or appealing is beneficial. The enemy often disguises temptations as harmless desires or opportunities, leading us away from our true purpose. Discernment helps us differentiate between genuine blessings and deceptive distractions. It involves seeking wisdom and guidance before making decisions, ensuring that our choices are in harmony with our values and long-term goals. One of the key aspects of vigilance is guarding our minds. The mind is the battlefield where most spiritual and emotional struggles occur. Negative thoughts, doubts, and fears can easily infiltrate our minds, weakening our resolve and leading to poor decisions. By being selective about what we read, watch, and listen to, we protect our minds from harmful influences. Practicing positive thinking, affirmations, and gratitude also helps us maintain a healthy and resilient mindset. Maintaining vigilance also involves monitoring our environment and relationships. The people we associate with and the environments we frequent significantly influence our thoughts and behaviors. By surrounding ourselves with supportive, positive, and spiritually grounded individuals, we create a network of encouragement and accountability. This community helps us stay focused and resilient, especially during challenging times. Vigilance requires continuous spiritual discipline. Just as a soldier trains regularly to stay prepared for battle, we must engage in consistent practices of prayer, meditation, and reflection. These practices keep us connected to our spiritual source, ensuring that we receive the strength, wisdom, and guidance needed to navigate life's challenges. They also remind us of our purpose and values, helping us resist temptations and distractions. Another crucial element of vigilance is adaptability. The enemy's tactics are constantly changing, and what worked in the past may not work in the present. By staying flexible and open to learning, we remain prepared for any new challenges or strategies that may arise. This adaptability keeps us one step ahead, ensuring that we are never caught off guard. Maintaining vigilance is about living with intentionality and purpose. It requires constant awareness, discernment, and discipline, ensuring that we remain steadfast in our spiritual journey. By staying vigilant, we protect our minds, hearts, and spirits from negative influences, empowering us to live purposefully and victoriously. Awareness of the enemy's tactics is crucial for overcoming challenges and maintaining spiritual and emotional well-being. The adversary operates in subtle and deceptive ways, influencing thoughts, emotions, and actions to lead individuals astray. By understanding these tactics, we can recognize and resist them, safeguarding our purpose, peace, and integrity. This awareness empowers us to make conscious choices, ensuring that we remain aligned with our values and true potential. One of the primary tactics used by the enemy is deception. Deception distorts reality, creating confusion and doubt. It twists the truth, presenting lies in a way that seems reasonable or appealing. This tactic often targets our perceptions, influencing how we see ourselves, others, and the world around us. For example, the enemy may plant thoughts of inadequacy, convincing us that we are not good enough or capable of achieving our goals. This self-doubt hinders growth and progress, leading to a sense of hopelessness and resignation. By recognizing deception for what it is, we can counter it with truth and self-awareness, affirming our worth and capabilities, and seeking wisdom and clarity helps us break free from the lies that attempt to hold us back. The enemy also uses distraction as a powerful tactic. In today's fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere: social media, entertainment, and endless demands on our time and attention. These distractions may not be inherently bad, but when they consume our focus, they divert us from our true purpose and priorities. The enemy capitalizes on this by bombarding us with trivial matters, preventing us from reflecting on what truly matters. This leads to a superficial and scattered existence, devoid of depth and fulfillment. To counter this tactic, we must practice mindfulness and intentionality, setting clear priorities and eliminating unnecessary distractions. By staying focused on our purpose and values, we maintain control over our time and energy, ensuring they are directed toward meaningful pursuits. Another cunning tactic is division. The enemy seeks to create conflicts and misunderstandings among people, weakening relationships and communities. This division can manifest as jealousy, resentment, prejudice, or simply a lack of empathy and understanding. By turning people against each other, the enemy destroys unity and trust, leading to isolation and bitterness. Recognizing this tactic allows us to approach conflicts with compassion and humility. Instead of reacting with anger or judgment, we choose to listen, understand, and forgive. This fosters reconciliation and strengthens bonds, protecting us from the destructive forces of division. The enemy also uses temptation to lure us away from our values and purpose. These temptations are often subtle, appealing to our desires and weaknesses. They promise immediate gratification, but ultimately lead to regret and suffering. For example, the pursuit of power, wealth, or pleasure can become consuming, leading to unethical decisions and broken relationships. The enemy exploits our desires, convincing us that temporary satisfaction is worth compromising our integrity. By recognizing this tactic, we can resist temptation through self-discipline and wisdom, setting boundaries, practicing moderation, and seeking fulfillment in meaningful pursuits helps us avoid the traps of temptation. Fear is another powerful weapon in the enemy's arsenal. It paralyzes us, preventing us from taking positive action or pursuing our dreams. Fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown keeps us confined to our comfort zones, robbing us of growth and progress. The enemy amplifies these fears, making them seem insurmountable. By identifying fear as a tactic, we learn to face it with courage and faith. By acknowledging our fears and taking small, purposeful steps forward, we build resilience and confidence, breaking free from the chains of fear. The enemy also uses doubt to weaken our resolve and faith. Doubt undermines our beliefs, making us question our values, purpose, and decisions. It creates confusion and insecurity, leading to indecision and stagnation. The enemy plants seeds of doubt to shake our confidence and make us vulnerable to negative influences. By recognizing this tactic, we can counter doubt with faith and trust. Reflecting on past successes, seeking guidance from trusted mentors, and maintaining a positive mindset helps us overcome doubt and stay true to our path. Isolation is another subtle but effective tactic. The enemy seeks to separate us from supportive and positive influences, making us feel alone and vulnerable. Isolation weakens our defenses, leading to discouragement and despair. By withdrawing from community and meaningful connections, we become more susceptible to negative thoughts and temptations. Recognizing this tactic motivates us to stay connected with supportive and uplifting people. Building strong relationships and seeking communal support helps us maintain emotional and spiritual strength, ensuring that we are never alone in our battles. The enemy also employs the tactic of weariness. Life's challenges can be exhausting, and the enemy seeks to drain our energy and motivation through continuous setbacks, stress, or overwhelming responsibilities. We are tempted to give up or compromise our values. Recognizing weariness as a tactic helps us prioritize rest, self-care, and spiritual renewal. By nurturing our well-being, we maintain the strength and perseverance needed to overcome obstacles. Awareness of the enemy's tactics equips us with the knowledge and resilience needed to live purposefully and victoriously. It enables us to recognize negative influences before they take root, allowing us to respond with wisdom and strength. By staying vigilant and intentional, we protect our minds, hearts, and spirits from deception, distraction, division, and other tactics that seek to undermine our potential. This awareness empowers us to live with clarity, integrity, and courage, ensuring that we remain steadfast in our journey of growth and fulfillment.